people have signed up for public comment, and we want to hear everybody. We also want to get to the important parts of, or get to the meat and potatoes of our meeting. So, spoke with the coach already. He's here with us, a lot of the guys. That we have a good feeling how we're going to take that part. But we have about 17 people signed up for public comment. So we're going to limit that. Ask you to make your point succinctly. We're going to try to limit it to 3 minutes. We don't want to have to cut anybody off, so please be respectful of that time limit. And I think we're ready to get started. So the first person signed up is Brad D. Brand. Dan Branch. Working.
Make sure you press the push button on the
Push the button.
Hello, my name is Daniel Branch. I'm a current player of the Penn Ridge football team. I grew up playing Green Jackets football and was raised to support this Penn Ridge program. When I became a ball boy for this team and watched from the sidelines, I saw a lot of tradition and pride and waited my turn to play Poppy Uter. 3 words describe this team is Poppy Uter Field. On Friday night, a short, quiet ride to Poppy Uter Field. As you turn onto 5th Street and see the lights of Poppy Uter Field, your body flows with great emotion, and you just can't wait to play Poppy Uter. I will generously give my gear to help pay for Poppy Uter, and it's my dream and a lot of our other players' dreams to play at this field. Please keep our dream alive. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Milano. And Leno. Milano.
Michelle Font? No?
Jason, right? Okay. Third person.
You got a few people lined up at the same time.
We'll be okay. We're good.
Hi, my name's John Milano. I'm a current player of the Penn Ridge football team. Ever since I was young, I was in Green Jackets ball with Branch and a couple other of my friends that are sitting there in the crowd right now. Every week we practice for what we see as our Super Bowl. I mean, we love going to Poppy Uter. It's everything we dream of. I mean, it's like our home away from home. We don't care about the locker room. We love sitting on our floor. We love listening to our music. We love everything that we do before the game. Just being on that field is everything to us. We love the fans. Our Thanksgiving Day game is the best game, I think, around. Brings in so many people, so much family, so much heart. And we just love to be there. So, all I gotta say is please save Poppy Uter. We love that field. That's our home. Thanks.
Mr. or Miss Reagan? Reagan?
Good evening. My name is Austin Reagan, and I'm a current junior, going to be senior next year. The Penn Ridge Rams football team is like a second family to me. The coaches are like father figures, and my teammates are my brothers. We're with each other 11 months out of the year, and without Poppy Uter, it would be like part of our family's missing. I know I haven't had family members that have played on the Rams, but I want to be the first one for my family playing Poppy Uter, and I want to keep that tradition going down. Poppy Uter has the best atmosphere that you could ask for in a football game. At away games at Saturton and Hatboro, where the fans are at equal length, but a little bit farther to where they are at the turf field beyond the high school, it wasn't loud and it didn't feel like a Friday night high school football game under the lights. My dad brings my little brother to every one of our games and has been a great experience for them. My brother's favorite player is Mike Glass, and after the Quakertown game, he gave my brother his gloves that he wore during the season. It meant the world to him. I feel like the Penridge Rams football team helps mold the young men for the future. Without Poppy Yoder, it would not be the same for us seniors and us as a family. A huge consideration must be taken into account to keep Poppy Yoder the home of Penridge on Friday nights in the fall.
I'm Zach Hockman. I'm a captain of the football team this year. I just want to say that Poppy Yoder is a field of great tradition, and it can mean a lot to many upcoming generations. I'm a third-generation student of Penridge. My dad and my grandpa both graduated from Penridge. When my dad was young, my grandpa took him to every single home game at Poppy Yoder Field. And my dad went on to also be a captain in 1986, and he has tons of memories. And it would mean a lot if you guys could bring back Poppy Yoder, because I had a great time playing at Poppy Yoder Field this year, and it meant a lot to me. And I just hope that when I'm in my dad's situation, he took me to every single game ever since I was 2 years old at Poppy Yoder Field. And I hope that when I'm in this situation, I can take my son to all the games at Poppy Yoder Field. And it would mean a lot to me if you guys could just make that happen. I hope you make the right decision. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeff Hollenbach, Penridge teacher and coach. Just have two more players here, and then I want to talk after that, if that's okay.
I'm going to read a letter that was sent in by Laura and Dana Weinbrenner. As a concerned Penridge School District taxpayer since 1976, there is no way you can convince me that there is more cost-effective to build a brand new stadium just to placate a few new taxpayers, I might add, than it is to spend a fraction of that cost to make improvements to our own Poppy Yoder Field, which we want to keep. We spent thousands of dollars renovating Percy as a quaint little town in eastern Pennsylvania into old town that boasts brick sidewalks, corners, and lampposts. We still have homecoming parades, firehouse breakfasts, and the oldest Christmas tree lighting ceremony in the United States. We enjoy a low crime rate, neighbors who still know one another and like it that way. So many times as we taxpayers are handed the results of things that have been passed without even knowing there was a vote at all. When we ask about it, we are presented with the old, I'm sorry, but it's a done deal and cannot be changed. Don't expect us to accept this in regard to eliminating Poppy Yoder as our football stadium.
Thank you. Excuse me, sir. What was your name, sir? Oh, here.
My name is Safi Good. I'm a current football captain of the Penridge football team, and I have a letter addressed to the school board from Stephen Long. I am a member of the class of 2012. I played football for Penridge High for several years. I have had some of the most memorable experiences of my life at Poppy Yoder. I'm sure I don't need to lecture you on its storied history dating back to the time before Penridge was Penridge, and it was field of play for the Selkirk High School teams. I grew up in Sellersville. I played midget football for the Penridge Green Jackets. I can remember playing games at Poppy Yoder as a child before the field at East Rock Hill Park existed, thinking to myself, this is where the high school plays. I remember taking the field on Friday nights. When I got to high school, I actually got to run out as a Ram and was even a member of the 2001 championship team. This field has been instrumental in turning generations of boys into men under the tutelage of coaches like Jeff Hollenbach. I do not want to let this letter to be strictly about football. Poppy Yoder is not just about football. How many soccer games have been held there? how many band competitions have taken place over the years. Though no longer held at Papa Yoder, how many high school graduations have taken place on that very field? Papa Yoder has personal connection to everyone who has graduated from Penridge for many generations. To move football games away from Papa Yoder would deprive future generations of the experiences that I and many others before me have had. This school board has the chance to ensure the future generations of the Penridge community have the chance to experience the traditions and rich history of Papa Yoder for years to come. I feel that as a school board, you have the responsibility to ensure that the future generations have this experience. So I ask you, do you want to be the school board that lets Papa Yoder go, or do you want to be the school board that saves Papa Yoder? The choice is yours, so I implore you to do the right thing and allocate the funds to make the necessary repairs to preserve Papa Yoder Field for the generations to come.
Address you and speak to some of the issues, support some of the issues they talked about. We spent some time getting some letters for each of you, and Mr. Hockman has a number of letters that he's put in a packet for you. I know you're a lot going on tonight. We're not going to have time to talk about, or for you to read those right now. But I really would appreciate if you could take some time and read some of the heart of what's going on with these letters that Mr. Hockman put together. Thank you for doing that. I just want to make 4 quick points. First of all, I feel really privileged to be able to coach these young men over here. They're a great group of men. We have some of our current seniors here, some of our current 9th graders. They work hard to represent Penridge High School with poise and integrity. They get the Papa Yoder tradition. They're willing to sacrifice to help make playing on that field a reality for them. I'm really impressed with their passion for what you've heard already tonight about how they care about that field. I encourage you to keep their dreams alive. I know the theme of those that you'll hear from some tonight will be tradition, history, and emotional connection. While I know your primary motivation is being financially responsible, I encourage you to not dismiss lightly the depth of these thoughts. I represent many former players who care deeply about this decision. We are, I believe, a community who respects history and tradition. We chose to rebuild the covered bridge. We chose to redo the carousel. We eat at restaurants like the Perk and the Keystone and the Royan and the Dublin Diner. That's who we are. We're a community who gets history and tradition. I think that's really important. I'm hoping that Papa Yoder Field can be added to this treasure tradition list. I get to talk with many opposing coaches and players. I just got a note a few minutes ago by a comment by Coach Peck from CB West, and to a person, they enjoy the character and pride that they experience also the charm of Papa Yoder Field. I am concerned about playing here, and here are my concerns. The fans are going to be removed from the game. The track between the stands and the field is really a big deal. You can ask our fans who attended different games at different fields away from Papa Yoder, felt like they were miles away. We will lose the community feel of our Friday night experience. I believe that we will lose that if we come here. It will be much more sterile than what most Penridge football fans have enjoyed since the beginning of Penridge football. Our P Block cheering section, I don't know that any of them are here tonight. We have a great group of young people in a school that cheer hard for these players. They're going to be removed. They will not be satisfied with that. The people that suffer, I think our community, our fan experience, I do think the program overall has the potential to suffer, but I think as you've heard the heart of some of these young men already, I think they will suffer, and the future players of Penridge football. Finally, I'm convinced that we can help you raise some funds. I understand financial implications to at least a limited degree here. I know you're in a tough situation. I get that. One idea would be selling bricks with donors' names and using them as walkways into the field from 2 entrances. We could sell bleachers and again have them with sponsor names on them. Corporate sponsorship. I would be happy to try to help pursue that. There are Penridge alumni who are interested in helping with construction needs. Just a few ideas among others that would allow the greater Penridge community to help solve this problem. I believe that creative problem solving is what this decision calls for, and I believe it can happen if we decide to keep our home games at Poppy Field. Thank you very much.